No script today. Let's talk about the importance of moments of success, especially when you're older, retired, semi-retired, and that phase of life, and still getting the feeling of accomplishment is super important. And the first example I want to give is my transition to photography. It came about unexpectedly. The transition was thought out, but the idea that it could be photography was kind of unexpected. An old high school acquaintance essentially hired me to take pictures of her daughter who needed updated headshots and profile pictures for her agent as she was trying to pursue a career in acting. And so I hadn't really done that type of work before. And I said, sure, I'll do it for you, free. Let's just see how it goes. And I was terrified for that first session. I knew I didn't know what I was doing, but had watched some YouTube videos, darn YouTube, and got some ideas and went out to give it a shot with no promises to the family. And when I got the pictures back, I was actually impressed and said, wow, this is decent for a first attempt. Maybe I can make a go of this. But that was a jolt of success, so to speak. That got me energized, like, hey, I'm still good at something besides my regular, psychology job. Another jolt that I have felt could very well even be YouTube, the very platform we're talking on right now. I had no idea how this was going to go. I figured I would give it a go and see what happens. Now, do I have 1 million subscribers? No. Have I made any money yet? No. Will I ever? Who knows? That's not the point of this. The point is an outlet. The point is a creative pursuit. The point is maybe to help somebody else and share some information that somebody, someplace might find valuable. But I tell you, when I launched the channel, after I got a few videos together and put them on, and one day I logged on to look at the stats, and there was a subscriber, brand new, out of nowhere. It was like, whoa. This can work. This is cool. Somebody, someplace found what I had to say valuable. And fortunately, being new, small channel, somehow, YouTube found a way to show it to just a handful of people because, I'm nobody important in YouTube's eyes. But they showed it to a few and someone bit. And it was like, that was again, that jolt of success, that recognition of growth. Like, okay, I still have something to offer. I still have things I can pursue. I still have things that bring me value. I can still do things that make me feel accomplished, even though I don't really get that from work anymore and don't really need it from my psychology work, as that chapter is closing. And now it's being replaced by other things, where before it was a successful client graduation. They came, they worked on whatever they were looking to work on. We reached success. They were feeling a lot better. They moved on. Those were the jolts of success in the old days. Now it's coming through subscribers. It's coming through views. It's coming through people finding my photography enjoyable, whether it's the photography I do for fun or the stuff that I do for work, for clients. But those are just a couple examples on how we can still find ways in these transitional years or after we fully transition into retirement to find value, to find productivity, excuse me, and to find a way to still feel like we're growing, developing, and learning. So those are my examples. I put this out there hoping to stimulate some thought or to get some feedback from others on what are you doing to continue that moving forward. Because just because we hit retirement age, whether that's 55, 60, 62, 65, 67, or 70, depending on when someone chooses to retire, we still need to have value. We still need to have purpose. We've talked about that in other videos. And those are some ways I've found. I'd love to hear some ways that you guys have found. And we'll keep this discussion going in future videos as well. So thank you for watching. I hope this was kind of helpful, enjoyable, and we went totally off script. I didn't have one thing written. I didn't even take a note beforehand to prep me. So I hope that part worked well for you as well. And see you on the next video. Thank you.